Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, May the 3rd, 2023. In the headlines, police in search of one man following deadly shooting in Carriacou. Vendors outraged at government as Friday's deadline looms for end to vending at the National Stadium. Grenada prepares to recognize World Press Freedom Day, and the Caribbean Domestic Workers Network calls on regional countries to recognize and protect domestic workers. In regional news, Jamaica's health minister accepts findings in performance audit. And in international news, U.S. Congress deadlocked on debt ceiling increase. Coming up in sports, Anderson Peters makes his 2023 debut with customized Adidas shoes. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments. Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. I'm Stasia Blake. The Royal Grenada Police Force is seeking assistance from the general public in locating Dwayne McDonald, a 42-year-old man of Busuju, Carriacou. He's 6 feet 1 inch in height with a chubby build and is dark in complexion with a round face. Mr. McDonald is wanted by police for questioning in connection with the shooting of chairman of the New National Party executive for Carriacou and Petit Martinique, Brandy Jones McMacintosh. The deceased was shot in his vehicle at about 4:40 p.m. on Tuesday while in the community of Bogles. He was rushed to the Princess Royal Hospital where he later died. Police said McDonald was last seen wearing a dark T-shirt and 3/4 pants and carrying a green shopping bag in his hand. Anyone who's seen Dwayne McDonald recently or who has any information about his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carriacou Police Station. St. George's Market vendors vented their frustration and shared their pleas with the media on Wednesday afternoon, saying they feel unjustly treated by authorities at the ministry level. According to them, they're yet to know where they'll ply their trade on Friday and Saturday of this very week, as a meeting was never held to discuss with them the planned relocation to the original market venue. More in this report.
Over 15 vendors visited the ministerial complex on Wednesday with the hope of having a discussion with officials in the Ministry of Infrastructure to discuss their relocation to the newly refurbished St. George's Market. After nearly 4 hours outside the building, they aired their frustration to the media, claiming that they are treated with no respect or regard. The vendors, who would normally sell their produce at the National Stadium parking lot, claim that prior to the public statement issued by the Ministry of Infrastructure on Tuesday, no meeting was held to discuss the details of their relocation to the St. George's Vendors Market.
I want to know what's going on. They have to come better and tell us something. They say they pass on message for people on social media. We don't know nothing about social media. I don't know nothing about social media. They have all the right to come and have a meeting with us and make us know what's going on. They have all the right to come and have a meeting with us. Them people not doing things the right way. They have to do things the right way. You understand?
Yes. Have a meeting with the vendors in the market. I mean, you come there on Saturday because they were the most people as be. And you come and you say something like, have a meeting with us and hear what we're going to say. We don't mind moving out from there because, we know it's not a market. But, we have to move out, tell us where we're going.
The whole bunch of sellers from the stadium is here today, which they said is 6 people they stand on call. The rest have to wait until they get time for them to sort out the problem before they get everybody in. So it's only 6 people they are going to see today. And they will see some tomorrow and maybe I sell on Fridays and Saturdays in the stadium. So the problem I have is I want to know where we're going to sell Friday and Saturday.
Vendors say they were told by their colleagues that there will be a 1 p.m. meeting at the ministry on Wednesday, but upon arrival at the ministerial complex, they were told by ministry employees that the meeting was set only for 6 vendors. With Thursday being the last day of market at the stadium, they are asking where to ply their trade from Friday onwards.
And they asked me my name, I told them my name, and they asked me how long I'm vending for. I tell them more than 20 years. So I told them, and I started have a meeting this morning. They told me no. So she told me to come down for 1:30. I reached down and only seen a set of people sit down waiting all now. That's it.
We're in the stadium. They say you don't have meeting, no meeting up here. Okay, well, you don't have meeting. You see so much of vendors here. Please come out and tell us, well, the market closed Friday and Saturday. Come out and tell us where we are going to Friday and Saturday. Nobody don't come out. Only 6 persons, they say, and it's 6 persons. So we want to know if it's only 6 persons what's selling in the stadium. Next week we go by the road Friday, police come in and chase us. You understand? So they're treating us as dogs.
The vendors are calling for those in authority to do this the right way and fast, as the present situation threatens their livelihood.
Happen. We have to know what's going on. Mr. PM, Mr. Prime Minister, or whosoever. We don't want to go and commit ourselves. This for that done. We want you to come and do something and do it speedily and do it decently for us.
On Tuesday, the Ministry of Infrastructure, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation and Transportation issued a statement informing the general public that with effect from May 5, 2023, there will be no vending at the Kirani James National Stadium. The statement further informed the general public that all vending will return to the St. George's Market from the said date. The Ministry of Infrastructure thanked the general public for their continued cooperation and support in this transition process. GBN attempted to contact ministry officials for a comment on the matter, but the phone was unanswered. One of our reporters also made a call to the Minister of Agriculture, Adrian Thomas, but that call also went unanswered. We will continue our efforts to obtain a response from the government and provide this in a subsequent newscast. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
World Press Freedom Day highlights the basic truth that all of our freedoms depend on press freedom. And it's a significant global event that highlights the voice of media practitioners from all nations around the world. The Grenada Media Workers Association, MWAG, joins with the rest of the world in saluting all professionals in the field of journalism. We get more in this Nisha Peters report.
The day is observed annually on May 3rd. This year's international theme is Shaping a Future of Rights, Freedom of Expression as a Driver for All Other Human Rights. In a statement issued on the occasion of World Press Freedom Day, MWOG says the theme is a fitting one which challenges the organization and others to be a vanguard of press freedom. As a national organization representing the media in Grenada, MWOG must ensure that the freedom of expression is protected and enjoyed as the media evolves. It requires vigilance and the championing of a fair regulatory framework. MWOG looks forward to encouraging stakeholders in the process, working with the government and other entities to develop and implement a national media policy remains a top priority for MWOG. The organization believes that such a policy covering a wide spectrum of media-related issues is essential for Grenada in this evolving media landscape. The United Nations General Secretary Antonio Guterres, in his message for World Press Freedom Day, had this to say.
On this and every World Press Freedom Day, the world must speak with one voice. Stop the threats and attacks. Stop detaining and imprisoning journalists for doing their jobs. Stop the lies and disinformation. Stop targeting truth and truth tellers. As journalists stand up for truth, the world stands up with them.
World Press Freedom Day was proclaimed by the United Nations in 1993, and MWOG regards it as an opportune time to remind governments, the private sector, and institutions in general of their obligation to ensure press freedom. Traditional media no longer holds a monopoly of news. It's challenged by social media, which is the fastest means of communication among citizens. However, Audrey Orzole, Director General of UNESCO, says social media is also a means of promoting conspiracy theories.
Digital platforms have given us countless new ways for us to inform and express ourselves. But they're also providing fertile ground for those who sow disinformation and conspiracy theories. We find ourselves at a new crossroads. Our current path is leading us away from informed public debate, away from the very notion of a shared reality on which it depends, a path towards ever more polarization. The other path is one we must imagine together to ensure information can remain a public good, accessible to all.
MWOG also uses the observance of World Press Freedom Day to extend its solidarity to families and journalists whose sons and daughters were murdered by repressive governments. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
A clarion call is being made for better recognition and protection for domestic workers in the Caribbean. The call was made during a solidarity message issued by the Caribbean Domestic Workers Network during May Day celebrations. More in this report.
The Caribbean Domestic Workers Network, through its regional address on Labor Day, highlights the need for the 16 Caribbean countries which have not ratified and implemented the ILO Convention No. 189 to do so to protect domestic workers. The convention addresses the need for domestic workers to be able to benefit from pension and sick leave. Delivering the address in Grenada was a TAU representative.
The Caribbean Domestic Workers Network, CDWN, calls on all Caribbean countries to ratify and implement the ILO Convention 189 to recognize and protect the rights and decent work conditions of domestic workers. We acknowledge and applaud the governments of Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, Antigua and Barbuda for ratifying Convention 189. But that is only 4 out of 20 CARICOM countries. We are pushing for all CARICOM countries to ratify C-189.
The solidarity message went on to encourage countries which have ratified the ILO Convention to also implement it, as in many cases, the laws are put in place but not enforced.
Even in the countries where Convention 189 is ratified, too many domestic workers go unprotected and vulnerable to poverty as the laws are not enforced. Governments must enforce them and make them real to impact the lives of domestic workers in tangible ways. How can a domestic worker work in a household for more than 20 years
In June, an official calendar of events will be laid out in observance of World Domestic Workers Day.
On June 16, International Domestic Workers Day, we will engage in special activities to raise further awareness of the importance of our workers to our countries as we advocate for better rights and protections. The Caribbean Domestic Workers Network, CDWN, calls on governments and employers to take decisive action to protect and respect the rights of domestic workers. Together, let us work towards a future where domestic workers are treated with dignity and respect, and their contributions to our societies are recognized and valued. We can only be stronger together. Nothing about us without us as we continue this march.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Grenada's minimum wage in last stages of review. Stay with us.
Transform your life with Ariza's suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arizacu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
Hello, I am Pettifer Lewis, the Executive Director of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce, representing the private sector. From where I sit, I can see how volatile both the local, regional, and international economies can be as a result of financial shocks, pandemics, natural disasters, among others. Having the NIS Unemployment Benefit Program is certainly a step in the right direction. This will help to alleviate the burden that arises from unemployment. Remember that people who are employed not just support themselves, but support family members as well. The NIS Unemployment Benefit Program will play a very important role in assisting our citizens to mitigate hardships while keeping the local economy stimulated during future challenges like these. This is a very good program, very good initiative, and I support it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the event you've been waiting for. The event of the century. It's the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sunday, May 7th from 5 p.m. Where? At the National Stadium. And this year you can win not one, not two, not even 3 or 4, but 5 Suzuki Swift Sports.
I don't think I heard that correctly. Tell me again slowly.
You can win 5 Suzuki Swift Sports. Yeah! Wait, come back. That's not all. Plus $25,000 in cash.
No way.
Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two.
This is crazy.
5 cars plus $25,000 in cash. This will definitely be the event of the century.
No, girl, that was yesterday. I can't believe all they said that. She didn't.
Mom, can you help me, please? I'm having some trouble understanding.
No, you serious?
Mom, can you help me, please?
So you all sit down and say that? Okay then, bye. Here! Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's ensure that you're well prepared for this exam.
Parents, you have a crucial role to play in helping to prepare your children for the CPEA exams. Help them or seek additional help so that they can revise the concepts they learn at school and give give them a better chance to be successful and move on to the next phase of their lives. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Minister for Labor Claudette Joseph says her ministry is in the advanced stages of reviewing minimum wage in Grenada and promises her government's commitment to ensuring equal pay for equal work. More from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
After 12 years without conducting a review of wages in Grenada, the Ministry of Labour has now engaged a consultation with various stakeholders to chart the way forward. Minister for Labour Claudette Joseph, during her remarks at Labour Day celebration on Monday, says her administration is committed to equal pay for equal work.
There's even more reason to celebrate. Minimum Wages Committee is currently
conducted national consultations to review the Minimum Wages Order 2011. Consultations have already taken place directly with key stakeholder organizations and with the general public in St. George, St. David, St. Andrew, and St. John and St. Mark, and will continue this Wednesday, or no, next Wednesday, in Carriacou and thence St. Patrick. We want to ensure that all citizens have an opportunity to participate. This government will adjust wages to cushion the effects of increasing cost of living as far as possible and remove disparities that exist, ensuring equal pay for equal work.
The minister also made mention of the Labour Advisory Board, which she said is working towards revamping the labour law, which will address various issues and benefits for the workforce in Grenada.
And the board is working assiduously to comprehensively review the labour code. We intend to fill gaps and strengthen areas of weaknesses. A tripartite approach to this review is what is happening, ensuring that we have input from employees, employers, and the government, and all inputs are given due consideration. A revamped labor code, we hope, will see sexual and other types of harassment in the workplace addressed. Occupational safety and health in the workplace will also feature prominently, as well as enhanced methods of dispute resolution. And I have one for you fathers, our men folk, look out. Paternity leave is on the way.
Joseph also spoke of upcoming negotiations with various unions that she predicted will be fruitful for all parties with no need for industrial action.
My administration, through the cabinet-appointed government negotiating team, is currently wrapping up negotiations for salary increases and fringe benefits for public officers, prison officers, cooks attached to school feeding program, and agricultural workers at the Montreal and Laura estates. We look forward to signing agreements with the latter, police, prisons, the cooks, and so later this week. We have a date with them. We look forward to arriving at a similar collective agreement very soon with the Public Workers Union as we continue to strive for healthy and peaceful labor relations climate all around. In addition, brothers and sisters, the Department of Labor facilitated the signing of several collective agreements with statutory bodies, the most recent being the one signed with the National Lotteries Authority and the Technical and Allied Workers Union for salary increases and fringe benefits for the period 2021 to 2023.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
Corp F Insurance Company Limited, in collaboration with local and international partners, has launched its flexible hurricane protection product, also called FHP, in the Grenadian market for the 2023 hurricane season. This comes after 2 years of successfully piloting the new product at 2 community credit unions in Dominica. Here's Nisha Paul with the details.
The Flexible Hurricane Protection, or FHP, is a parametric insurance product designed and marketed as a financial derivative to provide coverage against specific measurable events rather than coverage for an underlying asset. The event-based all-inclusive product offers insurance protection to credit union members and non-members against tropical cyclones ranging from tropical storms to Category 5 hurricanes. According to Mr. David Fritz, General Manager of Corp F Insurance Company Limited, the FHP is an excellent choice for farmers, fisherfolk, small, medium-sized businesses, homeowners, and other micro-level risk holders to rebound quickly after tropical cyclones.
There is no claim to submit, no assessment to be made, and no need to prove your loss. Once your policy is triggered, you will receive a payout within 15 days of the triggering event. The coverage ranges from EC $1,300 to EC $170,000. You decide on the level of coverage you require based on your risk appetite and your ability to pay. Visit our website at corpfinsurance.com and get the process going.
Mr. Fritz says premium packages are also available for those who may need that facility. Premiums must be paid before June 1st, and policy coverage will run from June 1st to May 31st, 2024. Ms. Deborah Cameron is the head of the insurance unit at the Grenada Cooperative League, which established a relationship with CorpF 9 years ago. She encourages Grenadians to take advantage of the opportunity to benefit from the flexible hurricane plan.
We are located at Belmont, so of course we don't have an issue in parking or anything, and our team is very efficient. So persons have no problem to get to the league to do transaction with us. We are also in negotiation with our financial providers to have smooth transitions of funds to CorpF Insurance.
Wendy Smith is the Impact and ESG Manager, Global Parametrics, which is operational in 55 countries with over 28 million people.
We provide the solutions to create these products, much like the flexible hurricane protection, and we provide the risk capacity to support these solutions through our capital source, which is from both the British and the German government, in addition to our private sector partner, the third largest reinsurer in the world, Hanover Re. So we've been working with similar programs since 2018. So now it's our sixth year of these sorts of transactions. And we have overseen numerous payouts in that time frame.
CorpF Insurance Company Limited is a Caribbean-based company providing innovative insurance products such as loan protection, life savings, and family bereavement facilities to credit unions aimed at managing financial risks. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, is continuing on consultations in preparation for the implementation of a tsunami-ready project for St. George. My colleague Nisha Paul has the details.
A consultation will be held tomorrow evening at Norton's Hall, St. George, as NADMA seeks to engage residents and members of the business community within the town of St. George on the Tsunami Ready project. The one-year project is being funded by the Australian government to the tune of just over $48,000, including $10,000 from UNESCO IOC, which aspires to get countries tsunami ready through education and other means. Officer with responsibility for communities at NADMA is Arthur Peer.
Grenada have participated in previous projects, very similar. Okay, we have had tsunami-ready projects in places like Carriacou, St. Patrick's, St. John's. We have had one or two exercises done in St. George's, but this time we are focusing on getting the St. George's Parish tsunami ready. And we are focusing on the west coast, the southern west coast of St. George's, all right? So the area of focus is from Grand Mall to Point Salines, right? And we have a number of what we call disaster districts there. So we have the South St. George district, we have the town of St. George district, and we have the Northwest St. George district. Working along with us is Dr. Sean Charles. He is the consultant for the Tsunami Ready project, and he will be there to explain some inundation maps. Basically, the inundation maps would show how far a wave might impact, all right, the area. All right. So we have a number of maps that will be presented, and he would sort of explain what the wave would actually do and how it would impact.
Pierre explains the importance of the project, which began in January and is scheduled to end in December. The town of St. George is a major hub for economic activity. Consultations have already been held within the south and northwest districts of the parish.
What we would want from the persons that we invite, from businesses, from residents and so, is to identify evacuation routes and assembly points. So if persons have to evacuate, where they would go, right? Where they would find most convenient and quickest to go so that they could assemble on higher ground. Of course, with residents and businesses, and so they are more familiar with the terrain of the town. So we are looking for that.
He outlined other aspects under the one-year project.
We are endeavoring to maybe have drills in the town of St. George itself, and one at Northwest St. George. So just to get persons aware. The districts are actually responsible for actually going out into the communities, distributing leaflets and pamphlets, and getting feedback from them as to areas they can assemble, muster points, evacuation routes. So when we reach to the phase where we have to set up the signs, the directional signs, the community would be part and parcel of that.
The Tsunami Ready project seeks to certify the parish of St. George as tsunami ready, focusing on the southern coast of St. George from Grand Mall to Point Celine. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
And it's all about Soteris tonight as we take a peek into the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055. WhatsApp 409-0055 or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen journalist tonight is sharing with the world some of the beauty that lies within Grenada. Our ISA reporter says we often overlook the beauty of the outer parishes. Welcome to the beautiful town of Soteris, where you can experience golden sunsets, unique topography, secret caves of the early settlers, and more wonderful surprises. Soteris is a fishing town in St. Patrick. It is the fourth largest town on the island of Grenada, with a population of about 1,300. Located in the far north of the island, it overlooks the picturesque Soteris Bay. It is the largest town in the northern part of Grenada and the capital town of St. Patrick. Home to Leapers Hill and the gravesite of the first man to be identified with sickle cell in the world. This is a town with immense historic interest and astounding beauty. From here, enjoy amazing views of the Northern Islands, including Carriacou. Plan a day trip and appreciate the northernmost parish. We thank our ISA reporter for such a beautiful submission. You too can use our ISA platform to feature your outstanding photos and video submissions or air your concerns. Send them via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And still to come, Fee Noel continues to represent the Spice Country. Stay with us.
Sisson's Weather Guard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Welcome to St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2023. Enjoy the sweet sounds of Caribbean fusion with Buju Banton. Also featuring the Vikings of Soca, Bunji Garlin. I come here for no stand up. Hey, hey, hey. I come to party with my hand up. Hey, hey. And Van Lion. Go low, hey, lower than zero. Don't act like a hero. Go low. Book your tickets now. St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, May 5th to 14th, 2023.
This Mother's Day, give your mom the gift of music, love, and excitement with Sunshine Promotions Night of Love concert featuring the incredible Christopher Martin, Sanchez, and Vaughn. But that's not all. When you purchase your Night of Love ticket, you will automatically be entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes, win a Samsung Galaxy smartphone, and more. Each week leading up to the event, we will be giving away fantastic prizes contributed by our event partners, including gift certificates, product vouchers, and service vouchers. And the best part, you can gift the prize to your amazing mother or keep it for yourself. But remember, you must have a Night of Love ticket to win. So what are you waiting for? Get your Night of Love ticket today and be automatically entered into our Mother's Day sweepstakes. Visit GoToFed.com or any island-wide ticket outlet to purchase your tickets now. Terms and conditions apply.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
A mother is really amazing and incredible. Give her an amazing spa experience at Nirvana Health Spa with our exotic cherry rose relaxing packages. Choose from our exotic cherry rose feet care package, which includes jelly feet soak, relaxing pedicure, feet care facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $2.40. Or entice mom with our cherry rose body care package. This includes full body exfoliation, hot stone back massage, facial, and a glass of rose wine for only $4.40. Or why not surprise mom with both packages? She deserves it, right? Call us on 231-6642 or 418-7115. Visit nirvana.gd for more info. Gift certificates are also available. We are located in the Regency Commercial Suites, Grand Anse Main Road, in close proximity to the Food Fair Shopping Center, Nirvana Health Spa, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. These specials go up until June 4, 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Treat mom for this Mother's Day.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Customers and experts have tested Dormer's high-impact windows and realized just how durable they are. Forget burglar-proofing. Get 20 years warranty on frames, sea blast resistance, no rust or corrosion, and value for your money. Visit Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors for Dormer's quality UPVC solutions.
Do you know when you
you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique.
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Government is proceeding with preparations to implement the construction phase of the Woburn Cliff Rehabilitation Project in the coming months. As a result of this, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation, and Transportation is informing the general public that heavy trucks and heavy equipment will not be allowed to traverse the section of the Woburn Cliff Main Road from the Tire Roundabout at the Woodlands Main Road heading to the Cliff Montgelou intersection, effective Monday, May the 8th, 2023. In addition, no light or heavy trucks or heavy equipment will be allowed to traverse Toby Road. The closure is necessary to protect the road from further deterioration. So the general public, particularly motorists, are advised to use alternative routes and exercise caution when traversing the area. All residents of Woburn are advised that parking on the main road will be restricted every day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. until further notice. And now to one of our own. Felicia Noel, the American-born designer of Grenadian parentage, was among the many celebrities attending the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute benefit gala on Monday night. She was born in New York to Grenadian parents. Noel is the creative force and owner of the clothing brand Fee Noel. The benefit gala marked the opening of the exhibition entitled Karl Lagerfeld, a line of beauty. And Noel wore her own costume design to pay homage to the iconic designer. Noel has maintained close ties to Grenada, visiting often and drawing inspiration for her designs. Her clothes have adorned the likes of Beyoncé and Michelle Obama, and she currently has a limited line spring designer collection available for retail at Target. Stay with us. We'll have the sports report for you when we return.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Treat mom this Mother's Day to a special concert as the Royal Grenada Police Force Band present Mother's Night Out. Mother's Night Out celebrity concert at the Grenada Trade Center, featuring live from St. Vincent, Alston Beckett Cyrus.
You ain't nothing but a teaser.
Alston Beckett Cyrus. Beckett and Judy Boucher. Judy Boucher live, also featuring Dash and Friends. Raymond Matthew the Beast, Randy Isaac, Tamara Songbird, Samantha Dixon, Gregory McLean, Joel Hafford, and Paul Alexander. Hosted by Fatman George. Admission $75. It's Mother's Night Out, the celebrity concert. Showtime 6 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Treat mom this Mother's Day. Stay tuned for more details. Treat mom this Mother's Day.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
And welcome, sports fans. GFA 2021 Conference League playoffs, Shamrock SC suffered its first defeat in the Conference League playoffs at the hands of Happy Hill FC. Final score in that game at the Fawn playing field, Shamrock SC 2, Happy Hill 4. In the other playoff match, St. David FC won 3-1 against St. Andrews FL at Victoria Park. Presently, Sunsetters sit at the top of the point standings, having won their 3 matches played thus far. Meanwhile, Hard Rock and SAB Spartans are off to a winning start in round 1 of the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Boys Tournament. Hard Rock defeated 5 Stars 10-0 at Plains, while at Victoria Park, SAB Spartans got the better of Honved 3-2. Anderson Peters, the reigning and 2-time javelin world champion, is preparing for his season opener on Friday, May the 5th. Peters has been engaged in intense training at the Las Jess playing field in St. David. When Peters takes to the field on Friday, he'll be wearing a pair of customized Adizero Adidas Pikes, featuring a replica of the Grenada flag and the catchphrase, respect the nutmeg. Peters has enjoyed great success in Doha, where he won his first world title in 2019 and threw his personal best of 93.07 meters, the 5th best throw of all time. He is currently ranked number 1 in the world in the javelin throw and is looking to defend his world championship title for the 3rd consecutive time. The University of Trinidad and Tobago and the TNT Football Association have signed a memorandum of understanding after 5 years of conversations around the relationship.
The University of Trinidad and Tobago and the TNT Football Association have signed a memorandum after 5 years of conversations around the relationship. TTFA Technical Director Anton Cornell, General Secretary Amiel Mohammed, and Normalization Committee Head Robert Haddad, along with Chairman of UTT's Board of Governors Professor Clement Imbert, Governor of the Board of Directors Michael Cooper, and President Prakash Prasad were all on hand to seal the deal. Cornell said nothing is as powerful as an idea whose time has come.
When it comes to football, the government, sports company, secondary schools football, and now I think completing this would be the University of Trinidad and Tobago. We do recognize how both bodies can benefit each other. We can't do it alone. We provide a pathway, but we need the support, and this support is going to come in so many different ways.
Professor Imbert says both entities will work closely on giving life to the very important relationships outlined in the MOU. President Prasad says technological advancement was also key among their plans.
Multidisciplinary team comprised of engineers and other sporting people, where we can develop this equipment and test, and hopefully it will be jointly marketed by UTT and TTFA, that worldwide.
And that's what's been happening in the world of sport. And now for a look what's been happening around the globe and the wider region. The Health Ministry in Jamaica has accepted the findings of the audit report on how it went about its spending and emergency procurement process during the COVID-19 pandemic. Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Julian Robinson, made the announcement that the Health Ministry accepted that proper procurement procedures were not followed. We get more in this report.
It is to be noted importantly that formal requests for quotes were issued to these contractors outlining the bills of quantities and the performance requirements. Further, the contractors' letters of quotations and the ministry's acceptance thereof forms a binding contract between the ministry and the contractor as prescribed in the GOJ's standard bidding documents. This would provide the ministry with some recourse for poor or non-performance of the works. In relation to the transfer of $174 million, which raises concerns about the effective use of COVID-19 funds. The response from the ministry will strengthen its internal emergency public procurement processes to ensure adherence to the Public Procurement Act and related guidelines, as well as the Financial, Administrative and Audit Act and regulations. The ministry accepts this finding and will ensure in future that the requisite approvals are obtained by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Additionally, the ministry will take steps to recover from the Jamaica Red Cross funds spent on non-COVID-19 related activities.
But what about the television sets which were purchased by the ministry? The ministry's permanent secretary, Dunson Brand, said that those were purchased to retrofit two facilities.
in order to house persons in an isolated way in a quarantine facility, we had to provide basic amenities for their comfort, for individual comfort, because we were removing from persons their freedom of movement, and they had to stay in those rooms for sometimes up to 33 days.
Mr. Bryan noted that the facility was also retrofitted with cable and internet services. This was done for a similar site in Kingston to a building which the permanent secretary says is owned by the Health Ministry. He further noted that those television sets are now in the Health Ministry's inventories. Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis says her department is now satisfied with the Health Minister's responses to these breaches which were identified by her department.
I have no further issue subject to the response provided by the Ministry of Finance in its submission to the Public Accounts Committee, given that the Ministry indicated that action would be taken to correct the issues going forward. As it pertains to the matters raised, two matters in relation to the lease, that is one which I was not aware of.
The Otto's Comprehensive School has again been vandalized. The school's principal, Foster Roberts, commented on the latest act of vandalism. More in this report.
The Otto's Comprehensive School was vandalized over the Labor Day weekend. On Monday evening, the deputy principal visited the campus and noticed graffiti on the walls. The perpetrators removed 4 cans of spray paint left over from the school's sports day activities from the physical education room, which cannot be locked. They defaced the walls and floor of the music and physics labs and other school property with spray-painted expletives. The vandals set fire in 2 stalls of a female bathroom, which resulted in surface damage to 1 toilet. Evidence of a fire was also present in the biology lab.
In the biology lab, which had most of the issue, that they would have started the fire with some records of the teacher and one SBA book for a child was destroyed in the fire, and also the teacher's textbooks.
The physics lab was also left in disarray with learning aids torn from the walls and paper strewn about. Though classes were disrupted, Principal Roberts refused to allow the school day to be wasted.
What the perpetrators were able to do was to delay the start of school today, but we will be having school today. So we have already communicated to our education officer and the director of education what it is that we met, what it is we're doing so that we can resume school.
Otto's Comprehensive's auxiliary staff was able to clean up the graffiti and disarray to allow classes to resume on Tuesday, though late. Roberts also noted the Board of Education's effort in securing the school.
You know, the Board of Education has made some really sterling effort in securing our main office area and most of the labs. If you notice, where they got access to the lab was through the window.
Republicans in Congress passed a plan last week agreeing to raise the debt limit if Democrats agree to spending cuts. Now, President Biden is insisting on passing a debt limit increase without those cuts. NBC's News' Ryan Nobles has more details.
A staring contest on Capitol Hill with a looming June deadline to avoid America's default. Republicans passed a plan to raise the debt limit if Democrats agree to spending cuts, calling for President Biden to get on board.
Republican Congress has passed a debt ceiling increase, but he doesn't want that apparently, so he needs to come forward with a plan.
While the White House tonight saying the president will insist on passing a debt limit increase without those spending cuts.
What I'm going to say is we've been very clear. It needs to be done without condition.
Default, analysts say, could lead to an economic disaster, including a stock market plunge, erasing $10 trillion in household wealth, hitting Americans' 401ks. And then there's a likely rise in interest rates. And while Social Security and Medicare payments should be spared, other federal benefits, including to the poor and veterans, could be delayed or halted. A major worry for Kate Wyatt, a Gold Star wife raising her son Michael. Her husband, Corporal Derek Wyatt, was killed in Afghanistan 1 day before Michael was born. Already dealing with high inflation, Kate now fears losing benefits she relies on.
I've essentially gotten a master's from Motherhood University on how to make the dollar stretch.
Kate tells us politicians are forgetting the promise they made to her late husband.
I can't move on with my life and help people like me because of the government refusing to have negotiations and compromise in the same way that they have expected veterans to negotiate and compromise.
Do you feel like you've done more than compromise? I mean, you have paid the ultimate sacrifice, right?
Absolutely.
And we've learned tonight that all 4 congressional leaders will be at next week's meeting with President Biden, but GOP Senate Leader Mitch McConnell said it will be up to Speaker McCarthy and the president to hash out a deal.
And that's what's been happening around our globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Police in search of one man following deadly shooting in Carriacou. Vendors outraged at government as Friday's deadline looms for end to vending at the National Stadium. Grenada prepares to recognize World Press Freedom Day, and the Caribbean Domestic Workers Network calls on regional countries to recognize and protect domestic workers. In regional news, Jamaica's health minister accepts findings in performance audit. And in international news, U.S. Congress deadlocked on debt ceiling increase. In sports, Anderson Peters makes his 2023 debut with customized Adidas shoes. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a repeat broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Good night.